Ready to make a real impact every day? Join the Active Day Home Care team and help clients maintain their independence in the comfort of their own homes. Make a difference in someone's life as you provide essential daily assistance and protect their health and happiness. Earn up to $20 an hour and enjoy additional perks like optional daily pay, 401k, paid time off, ongoing educational training, and more. Join a team that values care, compassion, and your professional growth. Visit activeday.com to apply.
Yeah, there was more than one. I've always been a picky eater. One was milk. I still cannot stand milk.
Really?
Oh, God, no. And then the other one, fish. Oh, can't stand fish.
Any kind of fish?
Any kind of fish. I don't like the smell of it. I don't like the taste of it.
I think of peas that come out of a can, but even more interesting, Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid?
Yeah.
Even as a kid?
So I don't drink Kool-Aid. I don't drink flavored water. You know, everybody says, try this. No, you'll like this. No, it's Kool-Aid. You know, Gatorade, it's Kool-Aid. No.
My mother was a wonderful, wonderful chef. But I got to tell you, there was one meal that brought out DEFCON 1, Red Alert, 9/11. It was panic time. When she started to make a roux, you could smell the roux cooking. And then it was the green beans, sour cream, and ham hock soup. And the panic look on my brother's faces would let me know what was being done in the kitchen. My brothers were going to their friends, trying to find other friends' houses to eat dinner that night. I knew it's green bean soup time. It was like drinking snake venom. Man, that stuff was nasty.
Limburger cheese.
Limburger. I can't believe nobody's called with that yet.
Limburger cheese.
Right. So tell me, there's got to be a story. Who liked it? Who forced it upon you? Right?
So anyhow, my old man, being a German Holmes County guy, they grew up on Limburger cheese. World War II vet. And so he used to bring this nasty stuff into the house. And, you know, he's like, okay, well, you got to try it. We were like, no, I don't want to try it. It's the worst smelling cheese that you can possibly. It smells like somebody died in somebody's rear end and then they crapped them out, right? So he made us eat Limburger cheese. At least try it. Of course, none of us liked it. And then one time my brother had to babysit me and I was not doing what he wanted me to do.
Uh-oh.
And because of that, he punished me by shoving Limburger cheese up my nose.
Oh, my God.
You know, that kind of explains why I'm so screwed up. That's my brother.
I was born on a farm. So
Yeah.
My dad was born in 1911. So the things we did eat, I mean, we used to eat cow brains. There were many times I had more brains in my stomach than I did in my head.
I'm just traumatized by hearing that.
Yeah, we used to eat heart and brains and liver. And so when it comes to food, I don't really have a whole lot that I was traumatized by.
Can I ask you what cow brains taste like?
Kind of like morel mushrooms, but a little goosier.
Well, every spring, my dad was a big mushroom hunter, and he'd take me with him, and I couldn't find them. I'd step on them. He got so mad at me, and then we'd take them all home and sit them in the refrigerator. Then he'd cook those things, and they stunk the house up something terrible. And I can't, to this day, I can't even look at a mushroom. But he would get so mad at me because I'd be walking. He'd say, stop. I'm like, what? He goes, don't move. I'm like, I had my foot in the air. He goes, you're about to step on a mushroom. And I looked down, and I couldn't see it. I'm like, he finally quit taking me after about 4 years.
Pancakes.
Pancakes?
Yes, I ate pancakes. I had blue pancakes. I had yellow pancakes. I had white pancakes, brown pancakes, any color you could think of. We had some with sugar, some without sugar, some with this ingredient, some without that ingredient. If you would invite me, Woody, over to your house, I would not eat them.
You talking about this food that folks don't like.
I am.
Man, if I'd have known when I was growing up that this canned spinach was so good for me, I would have ate more of it. But man, my mom tried to push that stuff on us. And now, heck, I put spinach in everything.
Rusty, I'm the same exact way. It was a complete gag fest. One time, I got a mouthful of it and spit it out in the hamper when she wasn't looking. Swear to God. But now I'm like you. I love.
If she'd have gave us this fresh stuff, we'd have been good to eat it.
Honestly, it would be a debate for most, but cheese-filled hot dogs and veggie straws.
Those are two of the most unique things I've ever heard.
One time and it made me sicker than a dog. Never again.
On both of them?
Yes.
First of all, liver and onions, that's one thing.
I
don't
know. My mom made it for my dad because my dad loved it. Stunk up the house for 3 days.
Oh, I know. My mom would fry that up and she would make us kids eat it, but the taste was awful.
I know.
And so remember, and then you're like, okay, I need more onions to try to hide that taste. And there were never enough onions.
Never. Anything else?
You know, we went back to Taiwan years and years and years ago. And of course, when you go somewhere, they, you know, your relatives or whatever, they take you out for banquet meals and what have you because you flew in from all the way around the world. And they brought out this soup. And my mom said, oh, this soup is really expensive. You need to eat it. And I'm like, well, what kind of soup is this? And she goes, because you just never know, you know, when you're in parts of Asia, you just never know back then.
Right.
And then they dished it out and everybody got a bowl of soup. And then I saw that there was I figured out it was a turtle. So it was turtle soup. And then because I saw the little foot, I saw the foot in there. And they said, it's healthy. It's good for your blood, whatever it was. I can't remember. And all I could do was stare at it. And my mother was so mad. All I could think of was like prayers for the turtle because I like turtles. That was traumatizing.
The food that traumatized me as a kid, and I can't do it today, is hamburger helper. I hate that food.
Mark, going through college, we made that at least once a week. And do you know what we made the next night?
Same thing, probably.
Tuna helper.
Ugh, I cannot do hamburger helper even today. I just looking at it makes me sick.
So could I share a story for a food that I can't stand anymore?
Yeah.
Back when I was a kid, my mom, she decided that it'd be a good idea to get a whole bunch of like pickled beet jars. And had pretty much nothing but pickled beets for like a week, even though I used to love them as an infant. And I just can't stand them anymore. And it wouldn't be the first time I've OD'd on a food per se, but I will not be eating pickled beets anytime again in my lifetime.
Foods that haunt you when you were a kid, okay?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to start. There's a very short story in front of it. Is my dad grew up on Saginaw Bay, Michigan, and his brother trapped muskrats for the pelt.
Oh, no.
Okay? The muskrat meat came to my dad, and when my mom cooked that muskrat meat, I wouldn't even go in the house. That was the worst smelling stuff I ever smelled, and I obviously didn't eat it. He'd make me a hot dog or a hamburger because I refused. Really, what really told the story was when I put the bones in my little dog's dish, and the dog ate around the bones.
When I was a little girl, my mom would decide to make goulash. And what goulash consisted of was our meals Monday through Thursday. All of the leftovers were thrown into one pot, heated up, and that's what we had for dinner. It didn't matter if it was tuna fish, ravioli, hot dogs, macaroni and cheese, SpaghettiOs, everything went to the same pot.
Okay, I think I'd have food trauma about that too.
Honestly, I think I went to bed hungry several nights. But you know what? The one thing I never did is I never fed it to my kids.
That's a good parent. My mom made goulash, but it was always with like elbow macaroni and hamburger and pasta. So I still love goulash, but not the way you're explaining it.
I never understood why everybody liked goulash so well.
Everybody else has a different description from what you just described.
Everybody else has a different recipe. I get it now.